What's up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. Today I'm talking about the Bears versus the Chiefs and how I expect fireworks. Let's get right into it. Heading into Arrowhead Stadium, 0-2 is the worst case scenario for week 3 of the football season for this Bears team. To add insult to injury, the Bears have 3 key players on injured reserve, with Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, and Kyler Gordon out. On top of that, they are missing Nate Davis and Eddie Jackson as well. Eddie is doubtful for Sunday's matchup, and Nate Davis is questionable. He got in one limited practice today. Sitting at 0-2 and traveling on the road to face the defending Super Bowl champions, most teams expect the Bears to get blown out. They are currently 12.5-point underdogs. The Bears are averaging 18 points per game on offense and struggling, but they have been even worse on defense. They simply cannot get off the field on 3rd and 4th downs, giving up a passer rating of 157.3 on those crucial downs and allowing Baker Mayfield and Jordan Love to go 20 for 23 for 282 yards and 3 touchdowns combined just on 3rd and 4th down. Stats per PFF Brad, but they are 1-1 because unlike Chicago, they've played great defense. Any given Sunday in the NFL, these are all professional teams, and I refuse to believe that we have no shot to win this game. I expect fireworks and an exciting game. Justin Fields is going to be hungry. Beating the Chiefs on the road, though, it's a tall order. This matchup comes at a terrible time for the Bears. They are reeling right now at 0-2, dealing with some injuries and real-life situations as well. They just lost their defensive coordinator among some distractions. There are 3 key starters on the injured reserve. Meanwhile, the Chiefs have Travis Kelce and Chris Jones back. I'd love nothing more than to see the Bears shock the world and win this game Sunday. I just want to see this team play better, though. I want to see Justin Fields more decisive in the pocket. I want to see the defense capitalize if they get opportunities to make turnovers. If those things happen, the Bears will make this a game. A team learning how to win versus the defending Super Bowl champions, though, is just the last thing the Bears needed right now. The Bears defense looked better last week, and the key to this game will be pressuring Patrick Mahomes. If they give him time in the pocket, he will pick this defense apart and put 30-plus points on the board. Mahomes isn't as strong as Baker is, but he has a lot more escapability and is a magician in the pocket. The Bears simply cannot afford to let Mahomes have time to throw. On offense, the Bears cannot let Chris Jones wreck the game plan. The interior of this Bears offensive line has struggled versus Vita Vea and Kenny Clark, and now they have to face Chris Jones. They have to game plan around him. Getsy simply cannot leave guys in one-on-one situations with Jones, or it's going to be a long day. If the Bears fall to 0-3 on Sunday, you will only see fans and media take even more shots at the players in front office. So finally, I want to address the people who think that fans with optimism right now are homers, because I've been through it as a Bears fan. You guys are right. Our past regimes and the way things are going seem eerily familiar, but there are some key differences that are being overlooked. I've always been a guy that likes to evaluate talent, and talent on paper usually translates to wins on the football field. But coaching matters too. This year, the Bears have 13 new starters on offense and defense. There are only 22 total starters, and 13 of those 22 guys are new. That is more turnover by far than any other team in the National Football League. If you don't think it takes time to gel and come together as a team, that's just simply not true. It takes time. But this roster is better, and the future is bright. Even if we don't win a lot of games this year, we still have 2 first-round picks next year, 7 in the first 5 rounds, and one of the youngest rosters in the league. On top of that, we will enter next offseason with top 3 in the NFL in cap space as well. In the past, our GMs have spent foolishly in free agency and traded away precious draft capital. This regime is different. They care about the future and giving themselves flexibility. You can also look at our young players. Even if you aren't a big fan of guys like Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones, Gervon Dexter, Zach Pickens, Tyreek Stevenson, Roschon Johnson, and all of Ryan Poles' draft picks, compare them to previous regimes that failed us. There's no way you think these players are as bad as Adam Shaheen, Shea McClellan, Kevin White, Dan Bazian, and Chris Williams. I mean, come on, you have to be crazy to not see the talent that these young guys have. Poles has brought in a ton of talent in just a year and a half on the job, and he's going to be adding 3 more first-round picks and multiple day 2 picks over the next 2 years as well. This roster is going to keep getting better and better, and I, for one, think we are lucky to have Ryan Poles at the helm. Even if Velus Jones never amounts to anything, no GM hits on every single pick. Is he perfect? No. No GM is. Even the best in the NFL make mistakes. But Ryan Poles has a long-term plan for this team to not just win the NFC North once, but to take over the division and run it. Something we haven't done in a long, long time. Flexibility, building through the draft, and bringing in talented, athletic young players is what I've always wanted and envied from other teams in the league. We finally have a guy doing that. It hasn't translated to wins yet. We're on a 12-game losing streak. That sucks, I know. But this team is going to turn the corner at some point. And if you're one of the people saying, fire Ryan Poles, Justin Fields sucks, just keep the same energy going forward. You can't let one game this season or even 3 games break your spirit. Things are still different in Chicago. I'm not just saying that just to say it. I'm not trying to give you guys false hope. The future really is brighter, even if it's taken this team a while to turn that corner. My confidence in the coaching staff, especially Luke Getsy, has taken a hit. But it's still very early, and these guys didn't get a chance to play together much at all during the preseason. We might very well end up 0-3 Sunday. At worst, though, they will only be 2 games out of first place in the NFC North. With 14 games left to play, this is a long season. We battled the Broncos and Commanders with just 3 days of rest in between after traveling to Arrowhead. Both those games are winnable. And if this team is going to turn around this year, they need to figure things out fast. 0-2 is one thing, but 0-5 would be considered unacceptable, period. Stay tuned, guys. I will be here covering everything along the way. Please hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.
Do right, Jay. Hey. Hey, good work today, baby. Let's keep going. Here we go. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.